Phone is really too much. I make one thing clear. I don't want my son separated from his mother. I saw that in 2022 when she had sepsis. And it was because she had sepsis and some little wanker thought I was scary. Yeah. That's all the left say now. They say, oh, he's scary. I didn't do anything that day other than make sure that the mother of my child got proper medical care, just in time, by the way. She almost died. So the idea that I would want the mother of my child to come to some harm is ridiculous. I am absolutely fed up with her. I don't want anything more to do with her. There are three possible explanations for her behaviour. One is coercion by the social worker. By the way, that voice is my standard voice for British politically correct. So that's quite a lot of people. The social worker is coercing her, and I've got text messages and emails to prove it, including emails saying, these white British basically treat their kids like crap, which they do. They abuse their kids, which they do. They expose their children to extremely ridiculous things, which is true. But the trouble is my ex is actually stupid. I mean, we had an argument once over a non-incident where I held my ground, and I'm actually going to sue them. And they're called Zoomania. They're basically, I took my autistic kid there. They leave sweets right in front of Temptation. He pulled one open and opened it, and it was a multi-pack. And I said, okay, I'll replace it next time. Oh, that's 90 pence, please. So, go to hell. I'm not paying 90 pence for something you've paid 25 and is unethical doing. That's all I did. Now, there's no abuse going on. If that child could talk, I mean, I know statements by children to the police are not sort of taken seriously. Why does Daddy piss with his number plates? I don't do that anymore, by the way. Why does Daddy not go for a petrol station? What's cherry, Mummy? That's the sort of shit he'd say. He would be like any child from a broken home. He would be very upset. He'd say, well, look, I wish Mummy and Daddy could live together, blah, 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 blah. But he doesn't have the cognitive ability to understand that. It's like in the WhatsApp messages, which I have partially published. She claims that I coerced her to visit her in 2023. No. Those WhatsApp messages say otherwise, and they also say that the social workers are coercing her. They're still coercing her, but there's another thing in play, which I'll put in another video. My poor son Daniel has to suffer this 24 hours a day, wondering where the hell his father has gone, because we live in a communist state. I have got no ill will towards his mother whatsoever, because she's the mother of my child, and I respect that. What else am I supposed to say? This is just ridiculous. I don't even know, because she's being pressured by the social worker again. I've actually read halfway through Margaret Thatcher's book, and as she was quite correct in saying, is that she thought she defeated the left in the 83 election, and turns out she didn't. She made a fatal mistake with the poll tax stroke community charge. If she had been able to implement that, I reckon it would have scaled down local government. But we have local government out of control. We have social workers who will pick on white people, whereas they won't basically go and investigate grooming and stuff like that. I'm in the shit, but basically I've got to now try and navigate my way through. I'll make a separate video on that. But I cannot see how a court can stop me putting videos of my poor little child online. And that is, in some ways, leave him alone. He's a poor little kid. And the way this country's going, the way this country is going is, unless he has family around him, and that's going to be a separate video, his family is a nightmare. His family on my side is a nightmare and narcissistic, and his family on his mother's side is narcissistic. And those are questions I don't really know what's going on anymore. But I'll make a video about my incarceration here in a minute. It's partly my own fault, but I just had enough.